3 used cars you do not want to buy. Part 10 though, let's go. Number 1 on the list, any of the early Dodge Chargers. Really, bruh? That's what you want to buy? These cars are a mess. You can get these with a V6, but you don't want the V6. You know you want that 5.7 Hemi. And you know why? Because when you get it, that's what you're going to be doing, and you know it. And guess what? You ain't buying it new, you buying it used. So the person who had it before you, they did that over 1,000 times. These cars did not last. I'm talking about engines failing under 50,000 miles in these. On top of the transmission going out, a lot of people had transmission problems because that engine had way too much power for that transmission to handle. And 2 words you're going to get real familiar with if you get that engine is a Hemi tick. I don't know if it was a design flaw or that's just how they're made, but put your ear up to one next time you see one. It's going to be ticking. And here's the kicker. Who is that made by? A Dodge? Pop the door open on there and look at that little tag on there. It's going to be made by none other than Chrysler. So you know that quality trash. And I'm about to fuck y'all up. Boosie had one of them over 16 years ago, and that bitch was lifted. And you gonna be so clean in your new shit, ain't you? Next. Number 2 on the list, any of the Chrysler 300. Boy, with this abomination of an automobile. And I gotta put it out there. Y'all thought y'all was riding through the hood in a Phantom in that bitch when it first came out. I ain't gonna lie, them was super clean when they first came out, but they didn't last. I mean, shit, it's a Chrysler. What you expect? And guess what? It's going to be ticking because you know you don't want the V6. You know if you buy one of them, you want that 5.7 Hemi because it came in there too. A lot of people had problems with these just stalling, along with transmission failures because, again, that engine has too much power for them cheap-ass transmissions to handle. Gonna get you that Chrysler 300 starter pack, man. In all seriousness, the bad rims, the limo tint, and all that shit's alright. But if you had the audacity to put a Bentley grill on a 300, and you wonder why you don't see these very much anymore. And next, 3 on the list, you know I had to do it. Any of the Chevy Traverses, any one of them. And don't get it confused, this can be a Buick Enclave, a GMC Acadia, the Terrain, or the Traverse. These were like one of the biggest automobile failures ever. These things will always misfire. They will always have problems. You will be in and out of the mechanic shop every week with this thing. Spark plug coils going out at 50,000 miles. Timing chain snapping at 80,000 miles. Suspension components going out at 100,000 miles. And if you made it past that point, most of them transmissions went out at 120,000 miles. And it ain't cheap. I'm talking $2,000 to $6,000 for a transmission rebuild in one of those. Even more expensive for the newer ones. These are literally some of the worst cars ever made. And they suckered you because look, that shit is clean. Big on the inside, plenty of room. But bruh, them things are a fail. If you own one of those, you're going to be throwing your money into the fire. So you might as well just go get you some marshmallows and roast it up.